Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Mike's Gourmet Kitchen. Today we're going to be focusing on basic knife skills. Your knife is probably the most important tool that you use in the kitchen most of the time, and it's also the tool that people are most afraid of. So in today's video we're going to be focusing on how to chop, how to dice, how to julienne, how to chiffonade, and just do different sizes of fruits, vegetables, just to get you comfortable in the kitchen. We'll also be showing you how to properly hold your knife so you don't get cut, because that's probably what people are scared of the most. So with all that being said, if you guys are not yet subscribed to the channel, please remember to drop a like down below, comment and subscribe, and hit the bell icon too to receive updates on the latest videos. Let's get cooking. Starting off, we've got two different knives. Here we've got our normal traditional chef's knife, probably found in every person's house. This is one we're going to be using today. And this is the one I typically use on my channel. This is a knife made by Anzo. It's a Japanese Santoku 7-inch chef's knife. So we're not going to be using this today. This is for a little bit more advanced users. Today we're going to focus on our chef's knife. So starting out, your grip for a knife is very important. The best way to hold a knife is to have the most control, is to grasp your fingers around the hilt of the blade, lying on the top, that when you press down, that you have enough power to force your way or slice your way through the food. Another thing is the way to hold your fingers. Never slice like this or hold food like that. If a knife slips, it'll cut some really deep slits inside your fingers. So the best way to go about it will be to hold your fingers flat like this, press the food down, and use a rocking motion when slicing. Also, when you slice, never tap a knife like this. We always use a rocking motion to cut the food. It gives you a lot more control, and as I said earlier, control will lead to more efficiency and more safety in the kitchen. Okay, first food for the day is our potato. I'm going to be using this to demonstrate to you how to chop and slice properly. So like I said earlier, fingers in the back, slice down. Cool. Moving on. So to cut nice slices, force your way down. Well, if your knife always has to be very sharp, it won't really require that much force, and then slice. And you get these beautiful, consistent pieces. Now, if you were to cook these, they would cook thoroughly all the way through because you don't have different sizes and shapes, especially with potatoes. If you're using different grades of potatoes, it seems to be hard in the center and some seem to be soft based on the size. If you cut them like this, they'll come out fine every time. Okay, moving on to part 2. Now it's going to be dicing. Using that same chef's knife, when chopping onions, you go straight through the middle. And the quickest way to dice an onion. So you want 3 different sizes. You want small cubes, bigger cubes, and medium cubes. Depends on what you're preparing, whether it's a stew, a relish, anything like that. So the first thing we're going to do is, we're going to take your knives, the tip of the knife, slice it down. I'm trying to do this slowly so you can see nicely on the camera. Okay, so there you can see on the onion we cut these lines. We didn't cut them all the way through. Now you can literally go based on what size you want them, and that same chopping motion that we just spoke about. Okay, next up is dicing. So the fastest way to remove the husks or the shells outside of garlic is to peel off a piece from your garlic bunch, place it down, take it, smash down on it, and you'll see it'll split open and the husks go loose. And you can literally peel off that whole piece of garlic. Now remove the ends, the hard bits. Okay, and now to dice. You're going to be using that same chopping method. Very slow, fine strokes. As you get more adept with your knife, you could speed up your pace. But for now, take it nice and slow until you've run your way all the way through a piece of garlic. Okay, now you've got these beautiful thin slices of garlic here. Now dicing. diced garlic. Here we go. You can see, you can continue doing this now. It'll get finer and finer and finer. You've got these beautiful small little cubes of garlic. Okay, moving on to our fourth method. It's called chiffonade. So you've got this beautiful stalk of basil and you're never sure how to cut herbs. Easiest way to do it is to separate them from the stalks. And roll them over into like a plant-based cigar basically, so it looks like that. Then with that same chopping motion, and you end up getting these beautiful stringy pieces of herbs. Ideal for garnishing, using in salads or pastes, or relishes even. There we go. Moving on to our last method, we're going to be doing Julienne. So I've already gone and peeled this carrot. I'm going to remove the ends. Okay. Now, to Julienne, you want about 6 centimeter pieces or 2 inches. Cut them as such. Then the easiest way to basically make small long rectangles, remove a small end of your carrot, place it down, and slice. And there you go. So now I'm going to take them, stack them back up again. You can see they're all nicely stacked up. Just realign them. This carrot is pretty small, it's fine. And now we're going to do the same process again from the top. And you're just going to continue this. And you get these beautiful little rectangles that you want. This is ideal for using in salads or even dressings or just as a snack. Mix these in. Okay, and now part 2 for Julienne. So the first mistake we make typically when we slice a pepper, we tend to cut off the ends, remove the seeds and then dice up the entire thing. That's ideal if you want to do stews. But if you want to maintain that sweetness of just the outside skin of the pepper, there is a rumor that, well, there is a myth actually, that the inside of a bell pepper is bitter. It is not. All the seeds are removed. It does taste pretty much the same. The amount of sweetness inside is just not as much as on the outside. So typically what we want to do is, you're going to take the tip of your knife and we'll start cutting off the outside. And we'll repeat that for the entire pepper. Based on your preference. So there we go. Let's do the Julienne on this piece. You could just cut very fine strips like this. Okay, and there we go. We've got these beautiful thin strips of pepper, ideal for using salads. Alternatively, you could just stack them on top of each other and repeat the process. Okay, and that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the content, and if you did, please remember to drop a like down below, comment and subscribe to the channel, and leave suggestions for what you would like to see in future videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.